This is going to be my non-nerdy review of the Crossfire bow.
Welcome to Beheaded Nerf Mods. Starring Omega, the Nerf God.
So this is just going to be a review for the average Nerfer that doesn't modify anything and just likes to play around with Nerf blasters. So I'll get in right to how you fire the blaster. You take hold of this orange thing right here and you pull it back until it clicks. And then you push the trigger and it fires a dart. I only had 2 darts in the bottom barrel, and so it fired the top one, and then if I pulled it back again and push the trigger, it fires the bottom. So it starts at the top and then works its way down. It doesn't fire all 4 at one time. When you pull this orange piece back, it flexes the elastic, which in turn do not flex the arms of the bow right here. These arms of the bow are completely cosmetic. They don't do anything. But a pretty cool cosmetic, if I may say so myself. Up here you have an iron sight in the front, tactical rail up top here, sling mount, another sling mount back here. You also have a stock attachment on the back as well, so you can attach your favorite stocks and make the blaster more comfortable to hold. The ergonomics on this blaster are pretty good. I like them a lot. It fits my hand pretty well. The handle's pretty comfortable, nothing really to complain about there. Maybe is a little bit boxy, but it adds to the whole look of it being a little more boxy like this, and I really like it. The trigger is really comfortable, probably the most comfortable trigger that I have felt yet. I mean, it's very curved, and it has a very nice feel to it. Speaking of which, the trigger, when you do pull it to shoot the blaster, it is very smooth. It reminds me of a Snapshot, the old dart tag blaster, and I really like it a lot. Another thing to note is that it does have see-through slats right here, which allow you to see right through the handle and make it really cool looking. It has a crossbar right here, so if you do actually have a bigger hand on the handle, it makes it very hard to hold the blaster. My hand fits in there just perfectly. If it was a little bit bigger, it would be a little more uncomfortable and probably maybe a little impossible to use. So if you do have a big hand, that is something to consider. But this crossbar does get in the way. Although it looks really cool on the blaster, it does get in the way of your hand, and it makes it a little bit awkward to hold it if you do have a bigger hand. This is a 4-dart holding blaster. It holds 4 darts in the barrel. You get 4 darts with the blaster to fill the 4 darts in the barrel, and it starts at the top and works its way down to the bottom, firing 1 dart at a time. It's basically half of a rouch-cut. I'm pretty sure everybody's said this that's reviewed it, but I'm going to say it again because it is true. So if you've ever had a rouch-cut 2x4, this is basically half of a rouch-cut. So now I'm going to get to my opinion on the blaster, so if you don't want to watch this part, that's perfectly fine. But if you do, that's also fine as well. So here goes my opinions. I really like this blaster, actually. I like this blaster the way I like the Sledgefire, where it's not incredibly useful for a primary, but it's really fun to use. This one being just because it's a crossbow and you can't go wrong with crossbows. And then you can also be extremely spy-like with this, somersaulting. And peeking up around corners. And doing super secret stealthy spy things. The function of the blaster functions perfectly fine. I have no problem with this at all, so I'm very happy with that. It functions just like it's supposed to. For primary use, you know, probably 4 out of 10 stars is what I'm going to rate it. 10 out of 10 being probably the Elite Alpha Trooper, is because the Elite Alpha Trooper is basically perfected anyway for a primary, but this primary is okay. If everybody has this blaster that you're fighting against, then this would probably be a really fun Nerf war, because it isn't a really, really bad primary, but it's okay. I didn't actually buy this blaster for the blaster itself just to play around with. I bought it for a modification, so I can put it onto another blaster and make it look cooler because of this cross arms right here, or the arms of the crossbow. But that's getting a little bit too nerdy, and so I'll just leave that out for my nerdy review instead. So I guess I basically covered everything that there is to cover about. I gave you my opinion on it, and so you can have your own opinion about this. I just told you what I thought and what the blaster does itself. So if you would, please click that subscribe button. Let's see, would it be down there? I think it's down there. Or down there. I don't know. Sorry, I forget. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you disliked it. Leave a comment below. Got any questions regarding this video or any other videos I have? Send me a message via the YouTube Messenger and I'd be more likely to answer it. So, until next time, guys, keep nerfing.